prepared.
Yes.
Do not know the answer.
Well, you probably know the answer.
Oh, I know the answer. I do not know the
Know the
question.
question.
Did I say that right?
That
Did I
now you
screw it
did.
up?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this is one that I think I asked you the other day, but we didn't finish the conversation. But why are mines closing? I don't understand that whole thing.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 148 of the Global Diamond Broker. That's me. Hard Truth Diamond podcast, which is going to be going through a bit of an evolution soon. I have a wonderful guest who I've known for quite a long time joining us today. And as part of our moving forward, people are always asking me, tell us some more about your life and what goes on backstage. So Judy is our head of social media, and respectfully, Judy George, I had always thought that if I was going to have someone running my social media, and once again, I was wrong. I'm a diamond expert. I'm not a social, but I thought it would be someone in their early 20s, not their 40s, who would be running the social media and expanding the social media for the company this year. And so we're going to have to talk about that in a few minutes. And thank you for attending. It's not like you're that far away during the day, but yeah, this summer, we're on the summer schedule, which I love because we only do the podcast once every 2 weeks. No offense, it's a lot of work. There's not as much going on in the diamond business in the summer as there is in other parts of the year. And so it's kind of nice to slow it down a little bit. You've got questions, we've got answers. We get a lot of feedback on the podcast. People are loving it. And it's exciting for me too. I don't know if you know this, but Google or Ask AI, what it means when you have 148 episodes of a podcast. Apparently, most don't last 3, and ones that go over 100 are as rare as, one of my Argyle pink diamonds, maybe rarer. But to corrective toothpaste time, to be approaching that 150 milestone, I believe we are the longest running podcast in the diamond industry globally. And the reason we produce the podcast today is the same reason we produced it yesterday and last year and the year before and the year before, is we're here for you. We're here to answer those questions. We're here to take you backstage into the diamond industry and tell you about, things you wouldn't know about, and to also bust myths and stop the bullshit and the lying that goes on in the industry. And, when I came out of retirement to do social media, although I know what you're thinking, he's far too young for retirement. That's why I did it. My son said, Dad, you should go on TikTok. And I looked back at him and said, what's TikTok? Anyway, we're having a lot of fun with our social media. We have a lot of fun with the podcast. Every week it looks like we get more views, and the value of the views we get also. A lot of people find us here and connect with us here, and that's a pretty good feeling. Anyway, Judy George. Judy's here to ask questions.
Yeah.
Judy is a member of our team. Judy's the head of social media. Any other distinguishing characteristics our listeners should know about you, Judy George?
I video edit. Is that the same as social media?
I don't. Look,
okay, nothing else. No, we grew up in the same city. We grew up in the same city.
Is that all we did in the same city? How many, Judy, how many years, like you're 40 something, how many years ago would that be?
That would be just
that we grew up in the same city. I think it's a little more than 40.
Yeah.
So you
It's
know.
okay. I don't know why. I shouldn't have brought that up.
Anyway,
Okay.
Judy is not only in charge of our social media, um, but Judy is my high school sweetheart. Judy is the first love of my life. We were going to St. John High School in St. John, New Brunswick. Judy was the queen of the school. This was Judy, okay? Like the queen of the school, the dancer, the actress, and then there was me, who was sort of the other end of that. I was kind of a jock in school, I
Yeah,
guess.
you were.
Um, anyway, ask me if and we've been great friends. I mean, there might have been, even when we were in our early 30s, a reconnection,
Hmm.
and we've managed to stay friends our whole lives.
I
And
know.
Judy had worked on social media for years now and had really been perfecting her craft, and I didn't really understand what she did. And now we're so glad. Um, we're so glad. Yeah, we're all glad that Judy's taken
Yeah.
over social media, because what I had gone through, Judy, and I don't think you would experience this, is a lot of people with a lot of skill who couldn't grow social media. And this is the struggle for everybody, I think. And if you make the commitment to social media, you got to commit 100%, which clearly we have. And so it's been terrific having you. Our numbers are going up every day. We're going on to platforms we've never been on before. And if it seems like to you, Judy, like I'm talking a lot,
Oh, I'll stop you.
I am, though. I am
I know.
talking.
I was wondering what the cue should be.
To bare my soul, though, and say that we're like, think of the list of women who would have loved to have been my high school sweetheart. Sherry Thorne,
Oh God. Oh God.
Teresa, whatever her last name.
Oh,
Anyway, you guys, let's talk rocks.
yeah. Let's talk
Judy,
rocks.
welcome, because Judy has some questions she's prepared.
Yes.
Do not know the answer to
Well, you probably know the
Oh,
answer.
I know the answer. I do not know the
Know the
question.
question.
Did I say that right?
That
Did I
now you
screw it
did.
up?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this is one that I think I asked you the other day, but we didn't finish the conversation. But why are minds closing? I don't understand that whole thing.
Uh, like you're talking about the holes in the ground, not the things inside our head.
Yeah, the mines, the diamond mines. I'm sorry. Yes, the
You
diamond
you
mine.
know, good
You
question.
know?
Thank you. Yes, I know. I predicted this. So this week, everybody, here's what's going on: is the mines are closing globally. You've got De Beers, the iconic, legendary diamond company that has been owned by Anglo American, who has been not even quietly trying to sell them for a very long time, but very loudly. Um, no one wants them. No one wants this iconic brand. And what's happened to them, I believe, since around 2007, is they've gone from being a $13 billion company to today, where I believe they're down as far as 2 billion, with a billion in mined diamonds sitting on top of the ground that they can't get rid of. And if you listen to De Beers, it's been up until very recently every other reason except for lab diamonds.
Mm,
And now they're just having to capitulate. It's lab diamonds. The old paradigm, the lack of knowledge of the consumer has flipped on its head. It's this one I go on about all the time, that the fact that De Beers was able to convince young people in love. We know what that's like, AG.
I have to go back in my memory.
um, that their engagement ring is worth a financial
Right.
investment in their family's future was really, I mean, forgive the pun, but brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant cut
Yeah, I got
through.
it. We all got it.
Okay, good, good. It was brilliant, but it was misinformation.
Well,
Because unlike buying a car or anything, there's no secondary market. And now what's filled that space I know I give long
You
answers.
do. I was going to give you a question to get. It will come up where 3 sentences at the most.
Okay, I'll be quick. Moving on. Okay, so 85% of all the diamonds that came out of the ground, mine diamonds, were for industrial purposes. That's over. They can, what would cost them $10 a carat costs them 10 cents a carat now.
Okay.
The jewelry part of it, it's quite obvious. There's no difference in the material. They can't tell the difference. Your gemologist in his office can't tell you the difference between a mine and a lab grown diamond. It's over. They don't even know if they're selling you mined anymore unless they have inclusions in them, and this is a big problem. So
But
there.
yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good answer. So this is my question. So your clients, your customers are more educated now around the diamond world, would you say? Like they're going towards lab
Well,
or
when my son said to me, Dad, you should go on TikTok, um, I only came back. I didn't come back to do business per se, although we've done millions in revenue and continue to grow. And now we're launching RareRock, which is really luxury for a whole new generation of people who are informed, knowledgeable,
that's what I mean. No.
understand the value of money. Um, and it is only going to broker the most beautiful diamonds and diamond jewelry in the world and the rarest natural fancy colored diamonds, which, by the way, is all we've ever done. You can speak to any one of our clients. And, 3 years ago, we started our campaign to subtly get Rare Rock into the marketplace. And I'll tell you, and we're going to hear them here in this podcast as we move forward. Everywhere they've gone in their lives, it's the whitest, brightest, most beautiful diamond that anybody has. And that's the new luxury and the new currency in the diamond industry.
So I was wondering, and this is for the lay person, if I was to come and buy a diamond, like what's the process you take people through when when they call you and then what happens? Can you give me that?
These sound like questions where you're trying to help me.
No,
Give me some hardball. I'm kidding.
no, I want to know,
We're
like, if
brokers.
someone said to me, if someone said to me, how does he do it? How does he go from design, diamond to design to this? I would love to know the process in under a half hour. And
Are
whatever.
you making fun of my answers? Like,
No, I'm not. I'm just,
okay, I'm going to talk fast.
well, not fast because people want to hear
So
it.
no matter what I do, it's not right. Is that
Yeah,
what's going
exactly.
on
We're
here?
back 40 years
Ooh,
ago.
yeah, it's longer than that,
No,
actually.
and it was never, I was never, okay. Anyways,
Okay, you were never
let's
what?
stay on track.
Okay. So when people deal with us, look, we're diamond brokers. If you've watched any of our price comparisons where we go out and we pick, top companies that like us who I think you would want to do business with, like a Blue Nile, for example, a top, little company, an hour's drive from here, a little retail, 2 hours maybe, just outside Seattle, who went from less than a million revenue in a year to 500 to 200 million, pardon me. Blue Nile, the online company, they're a great diamond company, but their overheads are so massive and their markups are so unrealistic that we can take them on as a true broker, authentic international broker, where the commitment to our clients was to keep our overheads low. And our clients were the jewelers. Our clients were the people who wanted to make all the money. We would just supply, all the jewelers in Vancouver, wherever it was. And so that's what we do today is we just broker directly to the public. You miss, the retail markups. We also make and manufacture a product that's as good as anywhere in the world. And we can just do it because of the brokerage relationship, Argyle Pink Diamond Mine. I mean, Rare Rock, and it's rarerock.com. We're not finished the site, but I'm a real transparent person. Go have a look at what we're doing. Is it is really in the world today probably the becoming or close to becoming one of the top luxury diamond dealers in the world. And let me be very specific about what that is. What that means is our diamonds, there's nothing more beautiful in the world. So if you want to take it and give it to Harry Winston and and have Harry set it or Tiffany set it or one of these, look, have at it. You're going to be able to save, you know, uh, if they're going to mark it up 5 times, I'm
So
guessing.
you have a designer though, right? You have a
We have our own designer and we
yeah.
make and manufacture jewelry, that's for sure, which is world class stuff. But this is this whole luxury for a future generation.
Mhm.
This is this whole, you know, people have wised up. Why are the mines closing?
Yeah.
People aren't stupid. They know this is the same thing. You know, these evangelical diamond enthusiasts who come back out and go, it has to come out of the earth, and it took 3 billion years. No, it didn't. It took the exact same time. It sat in the earth for 3 billion years. Okay, if that's important to you, dig a ditch in the backyard and
What?
dig a ditch in the backyard,
I don't
camp
know.
it in the ground, and bury your lab-grown diamonds.
Oh,
Dig them up,
okay.
right? Um, But yeah, so
Okay.
that's what's going on in the industry today. The way we do it is we're authentic brokers, diamond first. It's the diamond you pay for. It's a diamond of value. You can have a $1 million ring on this side and a $500 ring on this side, and both of them for under $1,000 have the same setting holding the diamond. So the philosophy is get the most beautiful diamond first, get it brokered, right? You can probably use the money for other things if you're like most people. And even if you're not, don't you want to have the most beautiful diamond in the room forever?
I
That's
do.
what Rare Rock does. We have direct access to Argyle Pinks, with what's going on in the natural fancy colored diamond industry. That's very exciting. And yeah, from there we have a top designer, an amazing designer on staff, and many people have dealt with her. And when we make our jewelry for people, it doesn't sit on jewelry store shelves. It's made just for you. If it's on a jewelry store shelf, I used to be in retail. I opened a national jewelry store chain, and people would come in and be shoving their fingers into rings. And do you want that as your luxury diamond engagement ring? Of course you don't. You want it custom made, your own, made for you. And that's what we do with every one of our clients.
And that's just ties into me talking about the social media that I'm working on with you, is that I don't know if people understand so much of what you can do for them. I'm not trying to promote you here.
No, no, no. I
I'm
think
just
that's a
saying
very
that it's not as clear. It could be not as clear that people can actually come directly to you.
for one stop shop.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And I agree with you. It's a
Okay.
weakness I have because I was mentored. One of my mentors, and I've had many of the top mentors teach me the business in the world. And Eddie Greisbert, who owned Gray and Sons Diamonds, which is the company in North America where I was their, international distribution manager, where my job was to take a briefcase full of diamonds, and I'd have 15 or 20 million dollars worth in the briefcase and fly out to New York and sell to all the guys in the diamond district, and then drive back across North America and sell to all the wholesalers and retailers and jewelry manufacturers. I learned two things from Uncle Eddie: quality and price. Okay, which any of my clients want to talk to me about that. Price is never our issue. Nobody ever beats our price, but nobody ever beats our quality and beauty in the stones. We're the only company online right now who examines every diamond first for its visual beauty. And this comes from that you can have two diamonds identical, have one be this incredibly beautiful stone, and have the other one be a dud based on the same certification, because there's so much more to these things than 4Cs. Okay, cut, color, clarity, carat.
Yes.
So yeah, that's kind of my background in the industry, is having top people teach me how to do these things, and that hasn't changed today. I mean, Rare Rock is, there's a line, and I hate lines, but it's why did I use one on you all those years?
No, I'm just saying that's so not true. You
Right?
like lines. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
Uh, but it says, what the hell does it say again? Oh, when they ask, and they will, you can just say it's a rare rock. And where that whole thing came from is my clients. That every time I talk to one, every time they're on the podcast, you'll hear them all say the same thing. Everywhere I go, it's the most beautiful stone in the world. And look, whether you buy your diamond out of a lab for $1,000 or you buy it out of a mine for $100,000, that doesn't matter, because going forward, no one's going to talk about the price. No one's even going to care. No one's going to ask you. And this is a shocking thing to me, if it's out of a lab or out of a mine. Like, if you got yours out of a mine, do you wear a t-shirt that says mine's mined? Like, and what's the benefit of it if it's an ugly diamond? And I'm talking about GH colors. Don't get drawn into this, industry old BS that takes place. Mine's mind. How cute is that?
So cute. So cute.
T-shirts. We're going to
Yeah,
have to get T-shirts and
I
make fun
think
of
so.
the people with mine diamonds. Um, Kidding, guys. Kidding. Um, so yeah, that's kind of. Did I answer your question?
Kind of. I'm
I'm
trying
supposed
to.
to ask the questions here, by the way, aren't
What
I?
you are?
Yeah, I thought that's the whole point
No.
of being.
Oh, well, you can ask me a
You
question.
know, it's my podcast. I should be allowed to do
Well,
whatever I want.
okay, but you can if you want. I don't know if I'm
Go
going
ahead.
to answer them.
Go ahead.
Well, okay. So one other thing I think, this is my personal opinion. We haven't had this discussion yet,
Oh,
but
great.
okay. One
Does it
thing,
do with your father? Does it
no,
have to do?
no, I think one thing that we forget too is that if you have a diamond, I've never had a diamond. I was married, but we won't go there. Anyways,
Let's get him on the podcast.
no, he
Hey, let's get, can we phone him? Get him on the phone and let's
he
chat to
doesn't
him
talk to
about
me.
what the hell.
He won't talk to me. Anyways, I feel like a diamond would make me feel very beautiful. So I feel like that's part of what, if you have a beautiful piece of something on it, really helps to enhance your. I guess I'm asking for a diamond, Colin.
Didn't I already tell you I'd give you one?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
You
okay.
know, I
So I
ship
just
it
think
tomorrow.
there.
Yeah. Here's,
What?
I'll even take it a step, book a design session.
Okay.
I don't want the first love of my life going to the grave without a diamond,
You're so kind.
right? Although
Yeah.
it is a little pathetic.
Okay. I have some questions. Let me. Unless
Didn't
you
you
want to
make
ask.
me cry today, by the way? And then I had the line, she hasn't made me cry since I was
Oh
17.
yeah, I know, and I don't even know if you cried then.
Yeah, it's a bit of a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why have you, this is a question, obviously, why have you, so you are the global diamond broker,
I'm the
but
global.
you've now gone and like created Rare Rock, like
Well, I started creating Rare Rock. Really, what I'm doing, I started creating Rare Rock 8 years ago. It could have been 9 years ago when I acquired the name. I guess we could look that up. I paid 4,500 US dollars for the name way back then. But Rare Rock was a Rare Rock. Rare Rock?
Rare Rock.
Rare Rock was an image I had in my mind, and I've always been the biggest fan of Harry Winston. Look, I'm a great jeweler. I know diamonds better than anybody in the world. I've got the nickname the GOAT because I've operated at every level in the world. I've represented the most prestigious diamond mines in the world as authorized partners and partners. Um, I've traveled the globe. I've been everywhere from, you know, Dalian in northern China to Makati City in the Philippines to, Singapore to, all over Eastern Europe, all over the United States. Turkey, like some really interesting spots. Okay. Um, and Rare Rock is the result of my passion and my pursuit of one thing, and it's beauty. It's beauty in the diamonds that I broker. It's rarity in the diamonds that I broker. This is the true value. Beauty, whether you have a mine diamond or a lab grown diamond, is the only currency that matters anymore. And it's not about buying it. If I could get this across to people, it's not about buying it. It's not about it, right?
Yeah.
Don't screw up the buying, because here's what you're in store for. If she compares with a girlfriend, with the example of an engagement ring, and her girlfriend's diamond, look, it can be bigger, it can be
Can
smaller,
always be bigger.
it cannot be more beautiful. This
Right.
is the problem. By the way, where am I looking in the camera? Am
I
I?
don't know. You could look at, I'm looking then at that, and then I'm looking at you. So,
We're using a new app here for the.
yes.
It seems like it's down in the.
It straightens out the eyes. I think it does that.
We
So,
got to figure that out. It's a
yeah,
new app we're using to be able to do that.
very exciting.
Judy's in Toronto,
Yes.
either Toronto or New York her whole life. And I'm in Vancouver, where I love it here for now. I never know how long I'm going to be here before I hit the road again. So I love it. But yeah, so there you go, girl. How long have we
Okay.
been on?
Let's see. I can see the time, 26 minutes.
I think we're almost there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I
Go
like,
ahead.
no, I was
You're going
thinking,
to get to edit this whole
I
thing.
know.
So
I was thinking the one thing I really like, it sounds like I'm promoting you, but I'm not really trying to.
listen, my clients promote me.
I know what I
But
really,
let me tell you why.
okay.
Test it.
Yeah.
Test what it's like to stick your finger out, for her to stick her finger out with a table of girlfriends and have this bright, white, beautiful diamond up against everybody else. You know what it does for him? He's the big stud diamond buyer. All of a sudden, he knows things other guys don't know. According to the girlfriends, he loves her more.
Hmm.
That's the reality of diamond ownership. If she sticks her finger out and her girlfriend has a nicer diamond than hers, think of her. I mean, this whole diamond buying process should be about her. Think
Yeah.
of her. How's she gonna feel? You'll
Oh, I
never
like
see her
that.
left hand again. It's just the truth. I've been saying this for years. This is rare rock. She's never going to have to feel that, because everywhere she goes, and when they ask, they don't have to. My clients anymore don't have to say I got it from Colin. When I owned Diamonds Direct, they all said Colin. No one wants their luxury, most beautiful diamond in the room coming from Diamonds Direct, right? They want, what it deserves. Because here's the other thing about owning beauty: it's rare. These are rare rocks. We examine them visually, technically, to make sure they're the most beautiful.
All right. That's,
Can
I,
you? I can hear angels singing. Can you? Ah! True
okay.
story. Craftsmanship second to none.
Yeah.
Luxury for a new generation.
Yeah. All right. That sounds good to me when I get my diamond. I can't wait to own a diamond. Anyways, I don't know what I'm,
No, lots of girls lose their minds over diamonds.
yeah,
Okay.
think that I would.
Bless your little hearts.
Yeah. Bless
Come
our
to
little
rely
heart.
on it. I've come to rely on it in my career.
What? Women loving diamonds?
Yeah. Anyway,
All
I
right.
think we're there.
Yeah.
Unless you have any. Look, let me say this again about our social media. It's exciting having you around, and it's exciting to see, week after week and month after month, the increases in views and the access to new. I understand we're going on YouTube. I have a confession to make. I've never seen our YouTube anything. I'm
Um,
not on YouTube.
that's all right. You don't have, I mean, You don't have to be. I'll take you on there and show you.
Can't wait. Okay, everybody, that's it for this week. Judy George, thank you for coming on.
Thank
As
you for
you know,
having me
I
on. This is very
adore
exciting.
you. And well, I just wanted to make sure the technology worked before I got someone on here who,
No, that's a good idea.
right? Just
You'll see the quality will be good. Will be
good
better.
questions, Jude.
All right. Thanks. It was lovely to chat.
Yeah, always good. I'll see you probably in about 5 minutes after we
Okay.
get off here.
Okay.
Everybody, thanks for coming. Come around for 149. It'll be in 2 weeks, not weekly for the summer schedule. It gives me more time to do my real passion, which is go rollerblading. So call in David Ferguson on Instagram, by the way, if you want to see my rollerblading.
It's very exciting. Yeah.
It's so exciting. Thanks, Jude. We'll see
Okay.
you
We'll
soon.
see you soon.
Okay, girl.
Okay.
Bye.